Marley was dead to begin with. There's no doubt whatsoever about that. The register of his burial was signed by the priest, the undertaker, and the chief mourner. Scrooge signed it. Yes, Marley was as dead as a doornail. Now, I don't know what's particularly bad about a doornail. I would think a coffin nail would be a deadly piece of art. Far be it from me to change the expression. So permit me to repeat, once again, emphatically, that Marley was as dead as a doornail. Scrooge and Marley had been partners for many years. Scrooge was his sole friend and the only man who mourned him. If Scrooge can be said to have mourned at all, the mention of Marley's funeral brings me back to the point I started from. There is no doubt that Marley was dead. This must be distinctly understood, but nothing wonderful can come of the story I'm going to relate. Scrooge never painted out old Marley's name. The firm was known as Scrooge and Marley.
Merry Christmas, Uncle.
What?
I said a Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Bah humbug.
Christmas, a humbug, Uncle. Surely you don't mean that.
Of course I mean it. Merry Christmas indeed. What reason do you have to be merry? You're poor enough.
Come now, Uncle. What reason have you to be so sour? You're rich enough.
Merry Christmas. What's Christmas? But a time finding yourself a year older and not an hour richer. If I had it my way, every idiot who says Merry Christmas would be boiled in their own pudding. They should.
Uncle!
Niece, keep Christmas in your own way and let me keep mine.
Keep it, but you don't keep it.
Let me leave it alone then. A lot of good has done you.
Well, there are many things from which I have benefited, even if it didn't show a profit, and Christmas is one of them. I've always thought of Christmas as a pleasant time, a great time. The only time of the year I know when men and women open up their hearts freely. And therefore, Uncle, though it has never put a scrap of silver or gold in my pocket, I believe it has done me good, and will do me good. And I say, God bless it.
Another sound out of you, and you'll keep your Christmas by losing your job.
Come now, Uncle. Come eat with us tomorrow.
I'd rather choke on mistletoe.
But why, Uncle?
Why? Why? Let me ask you a question. Why did you get married recently?
Because I fell in love, of course.
Love? You fell in love? Good afternoon.
But you never came to see me before I was married. Why give it as a reason for not coming now?
Good afternoon.
I am sorry, Uncle. We've never quarreled, you and I. But I came all this way to wish you a Merry Christmas, and I'll keep my Christmas humor to the last. So, Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year.
Good afternoon.
And Merry Christmas to you, Bob Cratchit.
Thank you, ma'am, and a Merry Christmas to you too.
Scrooge and Marley's, I believe. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Marley's dead. In fact, he died 7 years ago on this very night.
Oh, I'm quite sorry to hear it, but I have no doubt his generosity is well represented by his surviving partner. At this festive time of the year, we are seeking donations to help the poor and needy who suffer greatly at this present time. Many thousands are in want of basic needs. Hundreds of thousands are in want of common comforts.
Are there no prisons? Did they disappear?
Oh no, sir, there are still plenty of prisons.
And the workhouses for the poor? Still in operation, I assume.
They are, still. I wish I could say they were not.
I'm glad to hear. I was afraid something had stopped them from their useful course.
My dear Mr. Scrooge, a few of us are trying to raise a fund to buy the poor some meat and drink and some means of warmth. We choose this time because it is a time above all others when want is keenly felt and abundance rejoices. What shall I put you down for?
Nothing?
You wish to remain anonymous then?
I wish to be left alone. I don't make myself merry at Christmas, and I can't afford to make poor people merry. My taxes pay for such institutions that those who are badly off must go there.
But many can't go there. In fact, many would rather die.
If they want to die, go ahead. They should go ahead and do it and decrease the surplus population.
But sir,
It's none of my business. Good afternoon.
Silent night, holy night, all is
Get away from here, you! I didn't ask to be bothered with that noise. You want all day tomorrow, I suppose.
If it's quite convenient, sir.
It's not convenient, and it's not fair. If I was to hold you half a crown for it, you would think you're being abused, no doubt. And yet, you don't think I'm abused when I pay a day's wages for no work.
It's only once a year, sir.
A poor excuse for picking your boss's pocket every 25th of December, but I suppose you must have it. Be here earlier next morning.
Yes, I shall, sir.
Father!
Hello, my dear child.
Father, I've been waiting for you.
I have an idea. Let's go watch the kids play, and someday, my son, you will be playing out there with them too.
I feel that I get stronger every day.
I have no doubt. And you remember what tomorrow is?
Christmas Day!
And I aim to have the whole day off to celebrate with my family.
Hooray for Christmas!
Hooray.